And so I found another video from Northwest Airlines, and it is basically a round trip. Okay, they're going to some other countries like Hong Kong and Japan. So I decided to cut that out and simply just focus on the Filipino part of the voyage. So it's not too long, I think. I'm not really sure yet. We're gonna see where it starts and where it ends. But it's always great to see the Philippines back in the old days. And again, I believe this is a video from around the 50s. Let's see if I can clarify this a bit later in the video. Let's hope. So guys, let's watch.
From Tokyo to Manila, the route of Northwest Orient Express continues south through Okinawa.
Yeah, and we're going to Manila now. Okay.
Leaving the Manila airport, you travel down beautiful Dewey Boulevard to the city.
Wow, it looks so beautiful. Look at Dewey Boulevard. Wow, it's so quiet and the palm trees are not too tall yet. Wow, wow, wow. That's a completely different Rojas Boulevard from today, because Dewey Boulevard, that is today's Rojas Boulevard.
Across Manila Bay are Corregidor and Bataan Peninsula. Near the
Looks
center
nice.
of Manila are the government buildings where the business of the Republic of the Philippines is carried on.
Right. Well, that's the old Congress, no? The old legislative building, which is not anymore. It has moved out a long time ago. Today, this is the National Museum. Just for those people who haven't been to the Philippines yet, or who hasn't been to that area of Manila, this is today the National Museum.
The hotels of Manila and the other principal cities of the Philippines
Rizal
compare
Park.
favorably with those at home.
Yes. That's the Manila Hotel from the inside, huh? Looks good, huh?
From the Manila Hotel, you get a wonderful view of the harbor.
Yes.
Beautifully landscaped
Wow.
grounds surround the hotel, complete
Wow.
with a modern swimming pool.
That looks amazing, huh? Looks really, really amazing. So modern, so stylish.
Manila is a busy city, trade
Right.
center for an area that extends throughout the islands. The traffic here will remind you of the rush hour back home, except for the presence of a calesa or caratela now and then.
Right. Could it be the 60s, maybe?
A
I'm
trip
not sure.
through the market area will give you a good picture of the colorful city that is Manila today. You'll find
Oh,
many
look.
shops where youths of the Orient will be offered at exceptional prices, and you'll want to bring home some things as a reminder of the exotic Orient.
Wow, it looks so nice. The display, you know, the shops look nice. The people in the market just now, they're dressed properly. No more of those spaghetti string shirts and all that, no? Oh, it looks really classy.
These fans and combs reflect the early Spanish influence in the Philippines. Within
And-
the Intramuros, or walled city, the Spaniards lived when the islands were Spanish possessions. Today, the ruins of this ancient church stand as a monument to the sacrifices of the Philippine people. The University of the
Oh,
Philippines on the
UP.
outskirts of Manila is the most modern institution of higher education in the Republic.
So that's UP Diliman, right?
8,000 students are enrolled from all over the islands. Many different cultural groups are represented in the student body, and often folk dances are presented.
Oh, we're gonna see a dance again.
These
Yep.
students dance the tinikling, a
Tinikling.
favorite dance in the province of Leyte. The dance imitates the movement of the long-legged tickling birds as they
Yeah.
walk between grass stems or run over tree branches. The object of the dancers is to keep their feet from being caught between the poles.
Basically, we will always see this tinikling when we see a video about the Philippines, especially from the old days. I don't know how it is today. Do we still have these cultural shows around? Because the only place that I've seen a cultural show like this is at Babaras, the restaurant down in Intramuros, of course, which unfortunately is closed at the moment because of the ECQ. We could invite tourists to come and see these old cultural dances, you know, and get them immersed into the culture of the Filipinos, not just the modern shopping centers and all that, but really get them into the culture. No, let them try dancing it, you know, try singing or whatever you can figure out, you know, like what they do in other countries, like in Indonesia and Malaysia, you know, Myanmar, right? They have these cultural shows that they put on for foreigners.
Another popular dance is the salakot,
Okay.
named for the wide-brimmed hat which figures prominently in the dance.
Right.
The
Oh, look
Bambara
at
Park
that.
swimming pool near the university is one of the most beautiful to be found anywhere in the
Yes.
world.
Does this still exist? I have never seen this place. But he's right. This is one of the most beautiful, one of the most amazing swimming pools I've ever seen. Near to the UP Diliman, I have no idea if this is still in existence. So please, guys, I'm sure some of you will know this place. Leave me a comment below. Tell me if it's still there. If it is still there, I'm gonna go and check it out right after ECQ is lifted.
At Manila's Sports Palace, Highlight thrills thousands
Yeah.
6 days a week.
Sky Palace,
Highlight
right?
is one of the fastest and most strenuous games in the world. The players catch the ball and throw it sometimes 200 feet to the end wall, where it rebounds with terrific speed and must be caught by a member of the opposing team.
I think there's no more highlight, ba? There used to be a big highlight building that was torn down in Manila. I think they put a SM Hypermart there instead. Sayang naman eh. That could be so much fun to go and watch this kind of sports, you know. So different sports. Now look at the Olympic Games, right? We won gold medal, right? So you know, it's just about nurturing these talents in different sports genre, no? And definitely Filipinos can do it. Why not? There's like 110 million Filipinos. There must be a lot of amazing athletes out there. They simply just need the place to try, the place to learn, and they need the nurturing. Almost like a dance, huh? Ang galing, ah.
In Manila, you can enjoy good food, either American,
Yes.
Chinese, or Filipino.
That's true.
These guests are dining on the terrace of the Manila Hotel overlooking
Oh.
Manila Bay.
Nice. And the famous sunset of Manila Bay. Unbelievable.
The Northwest Orient Airlines ticket office in Manila will be glad to arrange trips to other islands by inter-island airlines or steamship companies.
Oh, really?
Choice trip of many visitors is a flight south from Manila to Cebu City,
Correct.
Dipolog, and Zamboanga.
Of course.
The air route flies between several islands in the Cebuyan Sea. First stop is Cebu City with its deep harbor, which accommodates the largest ocean-going freighters. It is the principal trading and industrial center of the Visayan provinces. Cebu City is second largest in the Philippines.
Not too many people. Have you guys noticed that? Quite few people actually around on the streets.
Coastwise ships take on cargo here for other ports in the islands.
Right.
The main products are corn, copra, fish,
Corn.
sponge, and cement.
Okay.
These ocean-going freighters load for far distant ports where the products of Cebu find a market.
Right. So it's mostly for export, no? And syempre naman, Cebu has got a very, very good harbor. And don't forget, I just uploaded a video a few days ago telling about the story, the history of Cebu. So if you guys are interested in knowing a little bit more about Cebu, try to have a look at my video from before.
In front of the City Hall, the enclosed Cross of Magellan commemorates Magellan's landing at Cebu in 1521.
Yeah, I just saw the Magellan's Cross way back in December of 2019, so just before the pandemic hit, right? I was lucky to go there because all the other times I went to Cebu, I never visited the Magellan's Cross for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I've been going to Cebu since 1994, I think. So why I never went there, I have no idea. But this time, I'm glad I did, especially with the lockdown right now.
Beside vast coconut groves, Cebu farms produced considerable corn
cream.
for local use.
He's selling ice cream, dirty ice cream, the guy, huh?
Our plane is ready for
Okay.
the next hop to Dipolog.
Philippine Airlines.
The plane makes a short crossing over the Mindanao Sea.
Okay. Wow, look at the
Dipolog is
trees.
surrounded by coconut groves and boasts a fine swimming beach where there are the ever-present outriggers and fishermen.
Yes. I love those outriggers. They're so nice.
Airborne over Mindanao, coconut plantations stretch as far as the eye can see.
Wow. Well, that's really what the Philippines is known for, the coconuts, right?
The lush, brilliant vegetation that covers these islands makes an
Nice.
unforgettable sight. Here, an almost untouched jungle of dense
Yes.
growth extending to the edge of the coral-studded beaches.
Amazing beaches as always in the Philippines. Amazing nature.
The city of Zamboanga, on Mindanao, southernmost island of the Philippines, is a busy port and is the garden city of the south. Zamboanga is a cosmopolitan city where many different nationalities mingle in an atmosphere of tolerance and friendly business rivalry.
Right.
Zamboanga provides visitors with a modern hotel, which is picturesquely located to give you an excellent view of the harbor.
That's nice. Wow. I want to go and visit that. I haven't been to Zamboanga yet, unfortunately, but I really want to go. Everybody tells me it's so beautiful in Zamboanga.
For our entertainment, a group of Zamboanga students staged an authentic Moro wedding.
Oh, really?
The bride receives the vows of her attendants.
Nice. So it's a Moro
The
wedding.
bride herself is resplendent in Moro costume.
Right.
The groom and his attendant and the priest enter. When everybody is assembled, the priest performs the wedding ceremony. A simple act of inscribing a circle over the bride's head with the groom's hand.
Talaga? That's how they do it?
Now that the
Ayun.
marriage ceremony is over, dancing is in order.
Yes, of course.
Although many dances may be performed, the Moro wedding dance called Kandingan is traditional.
Kandingang. I've never seen that. It reminds me very much about Indonesia, no? They also have this kind of dances, traditional dances. Very, very similar, no? Yes.
The ancient heart of the city of Zamboanga is the fishing harbor, where hundreds of Moro fishing boats, called vintas, crowd together along the shore. These boats are home to their owners, who, following the age-old custom of their ancestors, prepare to leave the shelter of Zamboanga Harbor, their destination some distant cove or inlet where the fish are plentiful.
So they actually live on the boats. So they kind of, as far as I remember, some of the older videos, they kind of call them sea gypsies, no? We also have that up in Hong Kong where people live on the boats. They're also called sea gypsies. I know they're not related, but it's just a completely different way of life. I mean, just imagine you live on a boat your entire life.
They frequently sail as far north as Luzon in search of sharks, turtles, and other forms of sea life.
Really?
The distinctive and colorful vintage sails are a
Yes.
familiar sight in the islands.
That's so iconic, no? That picture here. Oh, the end. Well, I'm very happy that these airlines actually made these travel videos for us so we can see what it was like a long time ago. Pan Am made it, Northwest Airlines made it. I saw a few other ones from other different airlines, and it's really interesting. It's very exciting because they actually do show us a lot of things about the country, about the Philippines, like the industries, what's happening here, the culture, that you don't find anywhere else. Although many of the old videos focus on the same things, like the Tinikling, the Quiapo, we see the Jones Bridge, the post office, we see Mindanao, a lot of it is very similar, but because it's from different years, we can actually see how it's progressing. And for me, it looks very, very nice in those old days. And I think it's the same when I look at old videos from Denmark. It looked very peaceful, looked very relaxed, after Second World War. So maybe I should show you some old videos from Denmark. That could be interesting, couldn't it? So leave me a comment below if you want to see some old videos from Denmark and see how it used to be, like before I was born. Okay? I don't want to say what year I was born, but before I was born. All right. So as always, guys, stay safe and thank you so much for watching my videos again. This is Kuya Andres. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and of course the bell button so you'll be notified when we have new videos for you.